He's a mouse. Okay, now the thingy comes up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's your boy Q coming to you live at the shop and Saddleback. Where I showed you already. He's found a mouse. God, my house is a mess. Look at this. This is the year of the cleanup, though. I mark it. I claim it in Jesus' name. So anyhow, I wanted to do like a formal sit down and edit and do stuff and blah blah blah. But man, I'm just not there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go live and just get my little rant on before I go home. Um, so if y'all don't know, you better know that your boy is a mini trucker, tried and true. I am a mini trucker with a bug problem, and that's just the way it is. When I got my license, my father gave me the opportunity of a Dodge D50 pickup truck or a 74 Super Beetle. The D50, I had already done the research and it was going to be harder to lower than the other stuff, meaning I have to buy something like spindles or something. Whereas in Mazdas and Toyotas, you could just turn your torsion bars and call it a day. So anyhow, um, yeah, I opted to take the Volkswagen, which I really didn't like. I thought it was the ugliest thing ever, but I chose to roll that way because I'm a skater or was a skater. Well, I guess I kind of still am. Not as much as I once was. However, anyway, um, so being the mini trucker that I am, it's always been in me in regards to like the art, the lifestyle, just what it means. And what it means to me is young, no money, a passion, and friends to follow through with that passion. So to see what it's become is mind blowing. I mean, for real, it's mind blowing. All the dudes I used to roll with full time jobs and families that have niched. Hi, how are you this morning? I'm ranting on about the mini trucking lifestyle. Cause so I'm 53 and a grandpa of five, and I'm still not an adult. I'm the biggest kid you'll ever meet, and I will always be a mini trucker. For me, in my head, mini trucking's not dead. And after this weekend, proof and point. Man, this weekend was amazing. My intentions were to load Summer up and just take her up there to try to sell. But because Dooley's not running right, it didn't make sense to put her in any more bind. So I just threw some wheels on Summer, and these have been on before, and these wheels are high maintenance, these billets here. Yeah. So these wheels belong to an OG mini trucker used to AJ Stanton, bless his family. He used to be in a club I had back in the day, just remade. He was actually it was me, a vice president, and him, as far as when we first started. So, anyhow, uh, I decided to rock these wheels. I was going to try to sell a Blazer, but man, it was so fun. And she did so good that I felt like I'd be stupid to. So, I went ahead and put the socks back on, and I'm getting ready to throw it back in the yard. until I can get her, right, right. These wheels here are high maintenance. Like every day you got to do something with them. If it's like you clean them to keep them right, and all of them, even this, I just got a new valve stem before we left, and it's leaking down. So, anyhow, those are show shoes. Not definitely not dailies, and they're like rubber bands. So anyhow, at this stage of the game, oh, I just saw a new bend. That's a new bend on that wheel. I have a desire to send those wheels off to get refinished. That'd be pretty dope. But anyway, yeah, mini trucking's not dead. I took a buddy of mine, and I wanted to take him and his son, but his son couldn't make it. Another buddy of mine came with, and he brought his son. And there's still some of us that are rowdy out there, but it is way more of a family environment than it's ever been. And not saying that it hasn't been previously, I'm just saying that it's progressing to be even better than it ever has been before. If you've not been to MiniNats, please go to MiniNats next year, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. If you've got a truck, bring it. If you're building a truck, bring it. If you don't, bring a lawn chair. You can jump at me. There was a dude there that had a shirt, and he had written on his shirt, "Can I get a ride?" So I took him up and down the strip a couple times. It was pretty fun. But anyway, I just wanted to give a little rant on the mini nats. I really digged it. Um, uh, I got to meet a buddy that got introduced into a truck club. That was kind of cool. I got to see some old friends that, man, one guy I hadn't seen for over 10 years. I got to see him, his mom, Lee. He's the one who through Heritage. I got to see his mom and his dad. Man, that was a blessing. So yeah, anyway, I just want to give a props to the people who threw that show. I had fun with Summer. I'm definitely going back next year. I hope to bring more. Um, I like to bring my shop truck out there. I think that she would do good. But I think that I'm going to take Summer out there. I'll let somebody else drive Summer so that she could still keep getting the mini trucking vibe. Like this, the story with this with Summer is a mini trucking story. I had a sweet square body first gen S10. Just man, she was pristine. Not perfect, but man, for the age, she was nice. No rust. And I just in my I don't even know the mindset that I get sometimes. I feel like I just need to try to sell stuff or trade it. Like I felt guilty for having such a nice truck. True story. I'm just confessing. So I didn't even lower it or anything. So I met this cool ass dude who he just went to MiniNats. That was his first time going to MiniNats. And he wanted to get he was interested in my S10. So he offered me this blazer. And at the time I was thinking, sweet, four doors, 4.3, AC, I can throw the babies in, be like my grandpa mini. Um yeah, I started to get her on the ground and I didn't run into difficulties. It was just, it's different setup, slightly different setup in this than, the older S10. They had dual piston calipers, so I had to do anyway. I got her down, and where I stopped or lost momentum was I wanted to do a Corvette rear end swap on this. So I lost momentum because at the time I didn't have the capital to rebuild the rear end before I put it in. So I just stuck her off in the back, and then I ended up getting something else to tinker with. So I don't know, taking her out for mini nuts. And the AC didn't work there. That kind of sucked because when I parked her, the AC worked. I'm thankful for Lug Nut because we were able to put Saddleback inside his car with the AC on. It was hot, bro. Everybody got burnt. I didn't because I'm smart. But anyway, uh, I guess that'll be my mini nat rant. Um, yeah, man, I had a blast, and I'm looking forward to feeding this fire to building something this year, man. Like I just came back from Nodo, and then right after Nodo, I had MiniNats. So, and today I get to spend the day with my family on the road. It's a good opportunity to share the fire in good direction. Anyway, that's my rant. Y'all can't see Summer on her stocks. So I did some measuring today for the Corvette wheels. I won't need adapters for the rear when I put the rear end on, but I will need 2.5s for the front. And if I did use them without the rear end, I'll need 2.5s in the rear too, per my measurement. At first, I was on threes. I don't know why. I even got threes, but they don't work. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm Q. Thanks for letting me share.